Hi, name is Jiggity Howdens, folks. I'm your host, Mr. Septristine, and welcome back to the other side of this thing that we were already on, because, you know, I went through it just to not, you know. Alright. Expert dodging. So yeah, in the last episode, we went and we got the space jump boots and the morph ball bombs, as I said, and yeah. That's pretty much it. Scan the amber hologram, and scan this doohickey, because scanning things is extremely difficult. And then you stop the waterfall thing from happening and being a pain in the ass. Now this is always fun to do. I missed. I always miss. No, I don't. I just missed that one time. Of course, it's always in the recording attempt that I miss. Bam! This is a space pirate house. Compound house. Yeah, house is the first thing I think of. Of course it is. So scan the skiff, because there are actually a few moments where you can scan it, but it's a bit of a pain in the butt to scan. So I don't blame you if you can't get it on your first run. But don't worry, there are a handful of other opportunities that you have to scan it. Alright, now these guys use turrets, which are phantasmical. Make sure you scan these too. Now I can actually continue on into the base. Don't know why it throws me all the way back further than where I was, but whatever. Now, since you can't get through that door over there, you'll need to not power bomb, but bomb these. And now, whilst going through here, you'll want to head to the right here. There's a little fork in the path. As you can see them go through the portal. But, yeah, hang over here for a missile expansion. This one's a bitch to get back if you forget to get it when you're on your way through here at first. Yep. Almost got through there with no damage. Oh, this run is over. So I'm actually going to skip this because, you know, they get alerted. That gigantic-ass face-looking door thing comes down and prevents you from getting past there. There are also, by the way, a lot of lore scans in here. So make sure that you scan, like, all of the ones. Usually lore scans are in red compared to the ones that are in blue. So make sure that you get a scan of all of these because, well, duh. They're research lore entry scans. You want to actually make sure that you get them. Though, a lot of the things that were, like, scannable in Prime 1 aren't scannable in Prime 2, which is nice. That goes down. You don't need to see that. I love how he always breaks the glass. I don't think there's a way of killing him before he breaks both sets of glass. Oh, no, not you again. It's Dark Thamith. Flush. He's gone. Alright, now scan that because that's actually important to our cause. Opens the door. Don't need to see that. Thank fudge. Those turrets are definitely one of the weaker variants, which that eventually changes. There's a skiff again, so you can scan it if you didn't manage to scan the other one. There's another opportunity to scan it. Can't go through there yet. Obviously, if you've played Prime 1, you know that you need a special type of weapon to get in there. I'm going to ignore these guys because they're annoying. Oh, look, it's Metroids! Metroids! I always forget that one's there. I always forget that turret's there, so it always hits me on the way through, and it's incredibly annoying. As I'm sure you can imagine. Alright, now this room is actually quite a bit of fun. There are some arrow troopers in here. Scan these guys if you haven't yet. Well, if you haven't yet, because you've already been in here. Totally. You've already been in here before I got here. How the hell did you do that, you fiend? Anyway. Don't need to sew that. Again, I'm going to stop telling you that that's why I'm skipping these things, but you know. Scan this terminal to bring those up out of the floor, and then you'll use the terminals on the other side of the room in order to arrange them in a way that you can actually use them to get up and out of the room, and also to get something else, which we're going to do now. So bring the one on the right all the way down, all three of them. Bring the midsection down twice, which, again, that's you're actually going to leave it that way. And then bring this one down once. Then head up here. You can see it up there. There's another missile. There's another missile expansion because I can see things. I can, yeah, totally, you know. There, increase our missiles by 100. Thank fudge for that. All right. Now do the adverse of that. Raise this by 2 and lower this by 1, and then it'll be annoying and tell you that you've done it right. Wait, no, raise up. What the hell am I doing? Stop fucking brain farting, man. Jeez. Boom, you done it right. Stupid. Stupid, stupid. Alright, and here, this is a bit of a pain in the butt too, because you gotta open up the path for you to actually be able to take it, which is kind of annoying. I tried going through these like pretty quick, because, you know, that wasn't so bad. Alright, now we don't have to worry about that every time we come through here. Thank fudge for that. Boop! Blinded by the light. You can save there if you wish. There's also a lore entry scan right there, which you will want to grab, probably, if you're going for logbook scans. In here, there are 2 turrets. Need some missiles. Thank you. Missile this part of the glass. And then the music changes to be a little bit more ominous again.
Sammets! That's a nice crystal you got there. I want one just like it. But I'm not getting it, am I? I hate you. A lot. This is for everything you've ever not done to— oh, shit! I didn't know you had force repulse. That cannot be.
Alright. So this fight against Dark Sammets the first time is actually pretty self-explanatory. Just use the charge beam shots, and whenever gets close to you, hit it with the powers of the Captain Planet or something. And then she'll superpower. And then things will get progressively slightly more difficult. Much to everyone's dismay. Thankfully, probably. Oh no!
Holy shit! That was ridiculous! Don't do it again!
Woo! Oh, I was gonna try and do like something super awesome and get out of the way, but I didn't do it. I failed. Is there a way to like describe? Here he goes again. Whoa! That actually did splash damage. That's interesting. I didn't know the charge shot could actually do splash damage. All right.
Stand down! No, don't stand up and don't explode! Oh shit! Arrgh!
Dude, collateral. Look at all the glass you broke. Now it's all flying as blue specks. The hell am I supposed to do about this now? I can't clean that up. Oh, it's an elevator. How kind, Dark Samus's dead spirit. Alright, through this little door doohickey over here, we get our first new beam expansion! Oh, it's a dark crystal! What does it could it be? Oh, it's glowing. Yellow, even though it was dark. It's purple. It's a dark beam. It's a dark beam. It's a dark beam. I know these things. I know these things because I've not done this before. I know it. Now you can open these like negative portal looking doors, thankfully. And you can affect these crystals because that's amazing. And that's what you do. And that's how you do it. There's a lore entry on that terminal. Get it. Right this instant, young man. And then ignore all the space pirates and come all the way this way and activate the portal. And then go through it. So there are two different types of portals throughout this. There are ones that you have to scan in the terminals in order to be able to activate. And then there are those where you actually have to use your beam to activate them. And as you'll notice, it's gone. We can't get back out that way. So we gotta improvise. Because that's what we do. I love improvising. So that's what we have to do best. Now, interestingly, you'll want to scan this, that, both activated and when it's not, and a variety of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff you'll want to scan here. Scan this, both activated. You can't scan this one when it is activated, but there are some that you can, and I'll tell you where those are. That is a Dark Temple key. We are not going to get that right now because it just doesn't make sense to get it right this particular minute. But yeah, let's continue on through here, through the safe zones. Again, you can, as you can see there, you can actually shoot those guys in their puddle forms. It's just a little tricky to do that. As you can see, that's a light door. We can't go through that yet. And that's a light portal. We can't activate that yet. So you can actually guess what we're going to get next. Alright, so as I was saying, this is one that you can actually scan. So scan it. Once you've used it. There's a save room if you need to use it. Might be a good idea to replenish some energy if you need to. Part of me, for whatever reason, keeps wanting to call energy Energon because I am like a huge Beast Wars and Transformers nut. Specifically Beast Wars more than Transformers. But that has nothing to do with this. Alright, so here, the first thing that you're going to want to do, there's a door down there, as you probably saw, that has 3 locks to it, and these locks you'll want to disengage in this order just for convenience sake. Get that for an extra bit of energy. You will definitely want to make sure that you get a replenished energy, especially if you're trying to play this on higher difficulties, because some people are crazy and try to go through this with just the Variasuit, which is like unbelievable for me personally. I don't know how you do it. Maybe I could, probably. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up now. Alright. These things are annoying because they're right like in the worst possible place. And you can't really deal with them right now. But I will show you something nifty that you can do once you get the light beam, which is literally what we're going to get now. I'm going to clear a bit of an opening to be able to actually get up into these portals, safe zones. And then I botched the jump. Go figure. And now that we're here, ooh, look at that. It doesn't look that great from there, but it honestly looks pretty cool when you're actually looking over it through the first-person mode. But we just got the light beam. The light beam is phantasmical because if you use it to shoot these crystals, it actually does some really cool stuff to them and makes it so that it'll actually damage enemies. Now, one thing that you'll actually want to know, and one thing that you will want to really get into the understanding and the habit of, when you destroy caches or enemies with one of the different types of element of beam, enemies will drop, and caches will actually drop ammo of the opposite weapon. So as a result, if you need dark beam ammo, destroy things with the light beam and vice versa. And that's basically, you know, how that goes. So now you can finally get that temple key. In here, there is a scan that you're going to want to grab because this is like the only place you'll be able to get this scan. Once you try to get this key, an Ing will take it because he's a piece of crap. And then those. I skipped it, sorry. But those right there, those Ing web things, you will want to get a scan of those because this is the only place they show up ever at all. So once you've dealt with all the Ing in here, they ain't coming back. As you can see, I'm getting sort of low on... There we go. Once your ammo reaches a certain point, eventually you can't fire normal beams. That's one of the annoying things about the light and dark beams in this game is that once you're like low on ammo, you actually have to charge it in order to do a regular shot, which becomes a hassle after a while. But that should be it for them. Cool, it is. He returns the temple key, and we can take it. Cool. So yeah, one thing you definitely want to be conscious of as you're playing through Echoes is to make sure that you're always as stocked up on beam ammo as you possibly can be. Because otherwise, you're going to be in for a world of hurt if you're not. So, alright, now we've got what we came for. Let's head out. You can actually probably sort of guess where we're going now at this point. Oh boy. Gotta... This is rough. This is very rough. Okay, that's good. That's a bit better. Okay. Now we're just going basically back through again where we just came from. And the reason for this is because I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here right this instant. Okay, so now that we're done with that travesty of a place called Dark Aether, we are pretty much done in here. I will do... I'm gonna just make a mention of something while we're on our way out here. But over here in the biostorage station, go through that door if you want to now to get a missile expansion. I'm not gonna do that right now, because I'm gonna get it later. But the reason why you might want to do that now is because when we come back to that room, there's gonna be different enemies in there that will only show up in that room. So as a result of that, you will want to make sure that you get a scan of them. Anyway, with this turret, shoot... Okay, so with this turret, shoot that over there. That by there. That over there. What? Whatever was over there has exploded. Thankfully. Whatever it was. I don't know what I shot, but apparently it was something important. Whoop-de-doo. Shoot that. Boom. Damn. Fucking yeah. You got a message. Well, a notification sound poppy thingy like you do on your iPhones telling you something important happened. You fucking, you know, lore scan. Alright, now in here, there was something important that we had to do there. Called getting a beam ammo expansion. Because, obviously, having low beam ammo shit, stuff, crap, you know, it's like kind of detrimental to your progress and your importance as a human being. Especially here in the planet of Aether. Okay. So we're gonna make it somewhere pleasant in order to basically stop what we're doing and reconcile and scan and crap and stuff. Yeah, I know what I'm supposed to do now. You thought you could psych me out, but you failed. I'm just gonna ignore I'm gonna ignore them. I'm gonna ignore the them right now. And you can obviously tell we're going back to Dark Aether because we couldn't get enough of it, and I'm seriously on the verge of death, and I hate it. I really, really, really hate it. It's making me feel extremely uncomfortable being this close to death. But hey, it's not really giving me much of an option to sort of kind of not die. Because it's... Okay, those are making me hopeful. There we go. That's better. So now with your magnificent double jump, water can head the fastest possible way through to your ultimate doom, which is coming pretty quick. Okay, now that we're in here, stock up on light ammo as much as you can in this area, because you will need it for something special soon. I am completely just like engulfed in paranoia regarding this, and I'm actually gonna go over here real quick because I think there's a save station over here, and I'm actually going to save here. There is, oh my god. Alright, I'll see you guys back for the next episode. Maybe we won't make so many mistakes. Bye!